Jonathan Brenthel here in Johnson Valley, California, and we're here to show you the new Fox factory truck. We're gonna do a breakdown on all the details. This is a 700 horsepower supercharged Baja Kits long travel, carbon fiber front and rear fenders,
and so many other details we're gonna go over right behind us.
One of the first things you'll notice when you come up to the Fox factory truck is the carbon fiber hood. This is real carbon fiber. That's not a sticker, that is show carbon fiber all the way through. To tie it all together is the injection molded pieces that just look perfect.
More injection molded pieces right into the fender here with the supercharged logo. This is carbon fiber. These were masked, painted, clear coated over. This entire panel is race quality carbon fiber.
The bed caps, they fit seamlessly. Just the fit and finish of it is perfect, like you would see OE.
Each fender is 3 inches wider each side, so 6 inches wider total. That's because the suspension is also 6 inches wider. Same on the rear, the bed sides are wider 3 inches each side to accommodate for the wider rear end in the back.
So the front of the truck, you'll see a plethora of lighting on here. You have 60,000 lumens of LED lights, along with clearance markers in the front grille and side markers as well.
In case you want more lights on the front of your Fox factory truck, not only are there additional bolt patterns here to accommodate all sorts of different lighting options, there's also an extra plug pre-wired to an auxiliary button on the dash. So super easy if you wanted to add extra lights.
There's also an ARB air compressor.
And there's also another auxiliary plug under the hood with auxiliary button inside the cab. You can just put any extra accessories underneath the hood.
The drivetrain in this truck doesn't disappoint. It gets you where you want to go quick. It's got a 6.2 liter Whipple Gen 5 supercharger, 700 horsepower, 640 foot-pounds of torque. With all that, you need it to be matched, right?
So all that power transfers back here to the rear end. This is a custom rear end specifically built around the Fox factory truck. It's 3 inches wider each side, so making it a total of 6 inches to match with the front suspension width. Along with that, it's 373 gearing. We have an ARB air locker with a push button inside the cab right on the panel.
It's selectable from limited slip to lock rear end at any time. I think a really important feature here is the fact that the Dana rear end is custom and 4130 chrome ollie axles, right? Most of the time you put a supercharger on a truck and that's great, but you're risking breaking a rear end because it's really not strong enough and made for the components. You are wrapped in 37-inch tires on Method race wheels. In case you may have got yourself in a predicament, what do we got here, Jordan?
So in the back here, we have a spare tire. This is a full-size 37-inch spare and it's mounted to a custom bed rack. So this is bolted to 4 mounting points connected to the frame. Not only does it look neat, but it also braces the frame from side to side with these 4 mounting points.
If you wanted 2 spare tires standing up, you can do that as well. The front of the truck has custom bumpers for added ground clearance and strength. All the factory OE sensors are in there and everything works exactly how it should.
They also have these really nice skid plates and these are absolutely needed. Whether you're smashing through rocks, going through bushes, it's a lot of protection for all the items underneath, between coolers and just anything underneath the suspension. The rear bumpers are a fabricated custom bumper for the Fox factory trucks. They integrate the factory sensors.
The front approach angle and rear departure angle are really great. You also notice the quad Borla exhaust that makes this thing sound intense. We've got the Baja Kits long travel suspension with a 3.2 Fox live valve shock and a 2.0 bump stop.
So the components of this kit are pretty special. We have a billet CNC machined upper control arm. The lower control arm is fabricated box steel, and each of the outer pivot points, super important for off-road, is they have a high angle ball joint.
This kit gets 14.5 inches of usable travel. That is higher than any OE production vehicle on the market. All the high angle joints on this vehicle are very low maintenance. That is not something you typically find in this type of long travel suspension.
The truck steering has been heavily modified all the way from the spindle to the steering rack. One, they're beefed up. In addition to that, we have an assisted system.
This advanced steering system is going to give you the most stability in the off-road conditions.
So to help complete the package, we have the 2.0 Fox IFB. This bump stop really helps catch the suspension on that last few inches of up travel.
The Fox 3.2 coilover has dual valve. Lots of settings you're able to do inside the cab with this shock, from off-road, on-road, sport mode, on the fly. Let's not forget that this is an IBP shock with internal bypass zones. The internal bypass is really useful with position sensitivity when you're going all the way down from a fire road and you're getting the thing sideways to going through the whoop sections.
Going along with the front long travel system is of course part of the drivetrain, and that means axles. These axles are not only custom made specifically for this truck, they're extremely durable. We have a steel cast knuckle. This is very similar to the OE aluminum knuckle, but the aluminum just didn't cut it, so we needed to beef it up and use a steel version.
The rear suspension of this truck is as race inspired as it possibly gets. We ditched the leaf springs completely and added a whole 4-link system here with billet trailing arms that are nearly identical to a race truck.
This whole system is 100% bolt-on.
Ends up using the stock fuel tank as well.
That's how we also have a factory warranty. Moving on to the interior, a lot of great features in here. You have side steps to get in, carbon fiber inlays, the door, you see this nice strip right here, again, matching that race-inspired theme. Also on the center console and across the whole front dash.
Notice the touch point. This is to control those live valve shocks at any time. It's got Gorilla Glass here. The levers are actually machined.
In addition to the touch point, we have push button options here for all the accessories, lights, air locker on the rear, integrated into the dash.
Quite a few race-inspired items on the steering wheel. The carbon fiber grip all the way around with the stripe in the center really helps you understand where the wheel's at all times. The paddle shifting, everybody's gotta love paddle shift.
Another feature of the truck are the Fox factory custom seats. These are leather and suede, completely wrapped front and rear. We have the nice logos in here, and it's a color to match the rest of the truck. If you're looking for a super truck, this Chevy Bowtie Fox factory truck is the way to go. Ultimate performing suspension, under the hood, everything you need, and it outperforms anything in the desert.
With only 500 units of this vehicle available, go to foxfactorytruck.com to purchase yours now.